The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss as he was late.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball out of that same tunnel.
Left side. Stanton makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. Take a look at the lineup. It features one of the sport's true superstars, Navarro.
Boog, if I'm the manager, this is the guy I want to play with the game on the line. I mean, he's just so special in these situations. The best of the best, man, they find a way to visualize those big moments well in advance, and they just slow everything down when they get into that situation. They come to the plate with a plan, they've studied the pitcher, and they just seem to execute a lot more than the average guy. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
One down, base is empty. Left field, way back there. That's back. It bangs off the wall. And into second with one away. That's a double.
He was all over that one. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
One down. Navarro now at the plate. The other way. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw in, and he's got a double.
What an aggressive secondary lead. That ball was smoked to left to be able to score from second. Not only great speed, but great instinct as well.
And at second with one away, Carlos Correa getting ready to hit, and a pitch. Stays alive. Navarro leads off second with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Two down.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Javi Baez digs in right side. Two outs. And it is 2-1.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Man on second, two down. That one ripped. Could be extra bases. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they take a two-run lead, and that's a two-out double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Man in scoring position with two away. Oh, that got him.
You know, Boog, you always say how important it is to have a good feel for the game. I say after the game, you step into the box, I'll throw some fastballs at you.
No, actually, I think we're good, Chris. He takes it on his own. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. The Tropics on top 2-0. Back here at Rogers Center, and pitching in this game, Derek Rodriguez. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
And here it comes. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. He goes down looking.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Now it's the shortstop, Otto Lopez. On the ground, Lindor whips it across, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. And let's take a look at the lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Tyler Black.
And Boog, we're talking about a guy who has great wheels and then puts them to good use. He's the team leader in stolen bases and runs scored, man. Using his speed to just get into scoring position and then just flying home when the guys behind him put the ball in play. I absolutely love watching him do it because he causes havoc on the base paths.
Freeman checks his swing, appeal to third, did not go. 2 outs, base is empty. And a swing and a miss.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Breaks his bat, pops it up. Gathers and throws to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing here this half. We go on to inning number 2. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, MJ Melendez. Here comes a 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out in the second.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing. His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. The pitch. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, number 10.
And now the first baseman, Navarro. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Stanton now. That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And he deals. And there's a ball. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
And a 3-1 on the way. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Nope,
that's outside. And a count 2-1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Righty delivers. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? Double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him, and you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact, but that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. Right through there for a strike. And a pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Navarro drifts towards it. And that is that. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Back now in Toronto, top half of the 3rd inning, and now Navarro.
Number 8.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a ball popped up. Lopez in position, hauls it in for the out. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And here comes Carlos Correa. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Now it's Javier Baez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Rogers Center, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now the 3rd baseman, Abraham Toro. Right-hander kicks, deals. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Up and in. Now 2-2.
2-2.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Rosario going back. And it's off the top of the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there. Coming back another back.
Here's the center fielder, Clark. Kicks and fires. Swings through that.
1 and 2, count.
Toro stands at second with no outs.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Man at second. Got him looking for the K.
Well, I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else. Anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count. But sometimes you just get fooled, and you got to tip your cap.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Rodriguez, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. And a pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Now the number 2 hitter, Otto Lopez. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. He's got it. That is the inning. So digging in, Eddie Rosario. That one fouled off. Why to kick the pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now, Jose Miranda. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
The left fielder, number 1.
2 outs, base is empty. Digging in, MJ Melendez. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Now a screamer into the outfield. Clark makes the play, and that'll do it. Ready to go, bottom 4. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. And another ball.
2-2.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Now got
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate.
Stanton.
One down, base is empty. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And the righty deals. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. One out, base is empty. Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boo. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Here's Josh Naylor. That one misses. 2-1. At the belt and fires. And another ball. (3-1) is on the way. And that's in there at the knees.
Count is full.
And they'll do it again. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And we're back. New inning getting started. Here's the catcher, Victor Caratini.
The catcher, Victor Caratini.
Next pitch is outside. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Trevor Brigden appears to be getting loose. Number 41 getting cranked up as well. Righty to the plate. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 up, 1 down.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter
that one ripped right center field, and in one hops the wall. Lindor around second, headed for third. The relay throw, and he's out.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. He probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Navarro. Outside.
Ball.
2-1.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
And that one hammered. That's back there. That one opts against the fence. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Now number 8.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tyler Mahle won't go any further tonight, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break. Trevor Braketon on to pitch here.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Man at second here with 2 away. Next to hit, Navarro. The 2-1. And another ball. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. Into the outfield, base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. And they're up by 3.
When you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Well, now here's Carlos Correa with a chance to hit. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ball misses. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Runner at second, 2 down.
Early on that fastball, I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch in this next one.
Right-handed reliever. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Oh, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
2 on, 2 outs. Right side, hard hit. They take the force out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is Edouard Julien. The pitch. And now 2-1. Left-hand batter waits. And that one is lifted in the air. Melendez going after it. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync. And the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
And here is Bo Naylor. One down, base is empty.
That's the ball.
A little bit low.
2-1.
This one's got a chance way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. He shoots one out to right, and they're chipping away. It's 3-1.
He just sparked this home crowd in a big way. What a swing. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's the third baseman, Abraham Toro. Just off the inside edge. The pitch.
Ball. 3-1.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. One run across in the frame so far. Last half of inning number 5. Sets him down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. And now the center fielder, Clark. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Moving in the bullpen, Emilio Pagan, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Jimenez also throwing. The pitch. And that's in the dirt. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. That's inside.
You got a full count.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at-bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Out to short. They get the force, and that is the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Back now in Toronto, top of the 6th inning. And now the right fielder, Eddie Rosario. And another ball. Action in the pen down there. Chad Smith up and throwing. Number 41 warming up as well. Fouls one off. 2-2. And the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
And a pitch. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. His 11th of the year. It's 4-1. He kept swinging and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So now the DH spot, Jose Miranda. Here's a 1-1. And it's fouled away.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
The punch out there, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
The left fielder, number 1.
So up next, MJ Melendez. One down, base is empty. Just off the outside edge, and it's 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. The pitch. Misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, catcher.
Vic Caratini at the plate, having a lot more success on the road this season. Two down, bases empty, but one run across, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Emilio Pagan.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Now here is Otto Lopez.
The shortstop, Otto Lopez.
Here comes a pitch. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that is cut on and missed. 2-2 now.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
And another ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And he deals. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. His home and away splits there. Lopez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Around third. Now a relay to the plate. The tag is in there.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Got a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Got the back going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 now. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Man at second. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Bang! And we have a tie ball game. It's 4-4. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Dwayne Underwood Jr.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And now it's Josh Naylor. Tied at 4. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Correa hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, the second baseman, Edward.
So digging in, Edouard Julien. Still only one out here in the inning. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And here it comes. And he dodges that fastball. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Goes down looking.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Oh, Naylor digs in now. Naylor really thriving with the bat this season here at home. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 and 2.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker, just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
Already 3 runs across in the frame here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Third out. Giancarlo Stanton flexing that big-time power swing. All even now at 4 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 41.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year. Typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
He's a big, strong guy. Can untie this game with 1 swing.
Tied at 4. Swing and a miss.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Kicks and fires. Hit in the air, center field. Clark on the move. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Number 10.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Navarro. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Right-hander kicks, deals. Close one, doesn't get the call. Now 2 balls and a strike. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Clark on the move. Grabs it on the run. 2 away now.
Now back, number 8.
Navarro, the next to hit. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Fly ball down the line. Stanton on the move. Corrals it. And that's the 3rd out. Back here at Rogers Center, set for the last half of the 7th. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Abraham Toro. Kicks and deals. Just missed.
That's the ball.
And that one off the outside edge. And a pitch. That one the other way. And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now back, number 29.
Here's the center fielder, Clark. One down, base is empty. Trying to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. That's a swing according to umpire Woody Keller. Righty delivers. Just misses with that one.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Base is empty, one away. Here the bottom of the 7th. That one to first, Navarro. And he takes it himself for the out.
The batter, number 7. Designated hitter, Tyler.
Now it's going to be Tyler Black. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. And we're back for the top of the 8th, and now it's going to be Carlos Correa. 1-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Now this is in the air down the line. Stanton is there. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Tied at 4. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
At the belt and fires. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
So 2 down now, and here is Eddie Rosario.
No, that's
next
down.
offering
Ball.
is down low. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
You got a full count.
All tied up, and we're in the top of the 8th. And he hits a ground ball right side. Freeman over to first in time. And that'll do it. Joe Jimenez gets the call from the pen.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
At the plate, Otto Lopez.
The shortstop, Otto Lopez.
The 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball. Two and one now. In the air, right field. Rosario sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
There's a 1-1. And another ball.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
One down, base is empty. Line to left, and it goes just foul. And the right-hander deals. Out there to center. And Freeman is retired. And there's two down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Giancarlo.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. The 1-1. Swings through that one for strike two.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Up and in, and the count's even at 2.
2-2.
And a swing and a miss. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. It's the 9th, and we are tied. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Chad Smith.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Now it's the DH, Jose Miranda.
The designated hitter, Jose Miranda.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Four in the 9th. That one at the knees for a strike. And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that's the moneymaker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
And the batter now, MJ Melendez. To the right side, sneaks through, base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. Here comes the throw. The tag, and they get him down, going for two.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Victor Caratini. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Two down, nobody on. Back to the mound. It hit him. And they get the out after the ricochet. And that is that. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. And we are tied 4-4. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Edwin Diaz.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Josh Naylor now at the plate.
The right field.
Hard ground ball, base knocked. And the winning run is aboard.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Making a move at first. Pinch running here. Desan Brown. No outs. Runner at first. Edouard Julien will hit next. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-2.
With the winning run on at first. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now one away.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment to get back on track. His team needs him.
Now the catcher up to hit. Bo Naylor. Left-hand hitter waits. Fought off foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tied at 4. Got him swinging.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to whereas you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Stepping in, Abraham Toro. Over to Baez. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. So coming into the game now on defense, Desan Brown. He takes over in right. So the batting order turns over, and now it's Frankie Lindor. Man at second.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
And that one fouled off. Two now. That's ripped into the outfield. Makes a nice running catch. Runner tags at second. The relay to third. Safe.
Now batting, number 10.
And now the first baseman, Navarro.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up and then smoke it.
Next offering is downstairs.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And the righty deals. There's the strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Navarro. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. The run scores from third, and it's now 5-4. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for two. They limit the damage here, but they push across one run, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. The Tropics with the lead, 5-4. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here, and now Clark. So the tying run at second.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. And you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2. Pitch. Strike three, got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one, just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get his
swing and a miss, and he got him. Now 2 away.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
So they're down to their final out. Now a chance for Otto Lopez. Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike. Trying to close out a 1-run lead here in extra innings. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of it.
Got him swinging for the K. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Fans, our final line score. First for the
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Reds taking on the Tropics. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shaw. And singing the big bat in the lineup so far this year, Navarro leads the team at OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug and basically make things happen for them offensively.
Just a machine in terms of production at the plate. He'll take his walks, he'll barrel up the baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gaps, he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher. He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away. Righty to the plate. Not even close there. Counts full, 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Down the line. And a foul ball. Three-two. Center field. Navarro moving under this one. Makes the grab, 1 down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Jonathan India.
He's near the top of the league in RBIs, and he's become a guy that they can count on to come through in big spots, and he has not disappointed. Man, pretty impressive. Top 5 in RBI in the National League.
Yandy Diaz now. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Got it by him for the K.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Rips that one center field. The extension makes the catch.
Great diving catch to end the inning after the pitcher battles through a tough run. That'll fire up the dugout. Time to go hit.
Back here with my pal Siggy. And towing the slab, Johan Oviedo. What do we have on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Misses off the inside. Ball 3. Lindor swings and blasts one. Deep left field. That's back. That's the fence.
Well, I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that one.
Here's a big power threat. Navarro. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lindor at second with nobody out. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Navarro digs in now. The pitch. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One out and a runner at second. Headed down the line. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Struck him out looking.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths, and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Now Correa up to hit. Man on second, 2 down. And another ball. Two outs. Hard hit left side. On to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. End of 1. And we're still scoreless. Top of the 2nd. And now the center fielder, Luis Robert. Is lifted in the air. Navarro makes the grab, 1 away. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. In the air, right field. And there are 2 outs.
The second baseman, Jonathan.
2 outs, base is empty. Jonathan India at the plate. Clips the corner. And the count 1-2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
2 outs, base is empty. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. The 2-2. Line drive. And that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Edgar Caro getting ready to hit. The pitch. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Javier Baez.
The second baseman, Javier.
Line to the pitch. Fly ball down the line. And that drops foul. Another 1-2. And another ball. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. Your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Second inning here, no score. That one 95 to finish him off. Jose Miranda, the next to hit. 2 down, nobody on. That's towards center. Squeezes it, and that ends the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. Here is Yoan Moncada. And a pitch. And a foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Diaz now. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Top of the third, no score. In the air, left field, and that will fall. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
He needed out one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff with base hit.
And now Adolis Garcia. Good eye in that spot. Diaz leads off first with 1 away. Next offering misses, and that's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And here it comes. Down front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. Payoff pitch. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Navarro raging back towards the wall. Bangs off the wall. Lead runner around second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Yandy Diaz will hit next. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground to short, could be 2. To second, there's 1, and that's 2.
It made it look easy, but it started with a nice speed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the left fielder, Jay Melendez. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Robert moves under it. 1 away.
Batting done. The catcher.
Vic Caratini at the plate. 1 out, base is empty. swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. Didn't go. Yeah, that skips in the dirt. And that's ball 4.
Perfect.
Got a great back and forth and that at bat. He can play off some really close pitches, and somehow Bogey found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Kicks and fires. Ground ball could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. Relay to first in the dirt, and he can't dig it out.
Now that one.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Navarro. Now move to first. Lindor back in there. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Now it's the power speed combo. Navarro. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with
1-1 now. Late on that fastball. But Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient. Need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. First and second, 2 down. Just misses. 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. On to the 4th, still scoreless. And we're back. And now the DH, Yordan Alvarez. Outside low, and a count 2-1. Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Left-hand batter waits. Swing and miss as he was late.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the ball and big-time pop at the plate.
Hammer down the line. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Luis Robert now. Man at second. And a big swing and miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout. And there's one away. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. their ball.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
That one misses. Full count now.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Stays alive. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 to a board.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound. But, you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this. But he's going to have to buckle down right here.
So first and second with one man gone. Jonathan India digs in now. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The pitch. Got him swinging.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy on the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Now, Edward Carroll. Fourth inning underway, no score. And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Carlos Correa.
Third baseman.
And a 1-1. In the air, out towards left center. Gurriel handles the chance. And there's one away.
The second baseman. Javier.
The batter now, Javier Baez. One down, base is empty.
Ball, that's out.
And that one a little below the knees. And the count is 3-1. Yeah, there's ball 4.
Ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Number 13.
Man at first with one gone. Now at the plate, Eddie Rosario. Baez, the base runner at first with one out. And the pitch. Baez runs. Pitch outside. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if we can steal the ball, get in the scoring position.
Runner at second here, one gone. Got him. Raking ball clips the outside edge.
Big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Jose Miranda now at the plate. On the ground to the left, and foul ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
pitch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. 2 outs, runner on first. And here is M.J. Melendez. 2 outs. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here is Moncada. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, these guys showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Baez. The throw to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And it's Aledmys Diaz.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
1 down, base is empty.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Kicks and deals. Look out! And it hit him.
No, definitely a breakdown in his mechanics on that one. He just lost the handle and ended up way off target.
So the lineup flips over, and now Adolis Garcia. And the pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here's a 1-2. And another ball. Activity in the bullpen. Fernando Cruz, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Pagan getting loose as well. That's the second out.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Now the number 2 hitter, Yandy Diaz. 2 outs. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Going, gone. A laser to left. His 7th home run of the season. It's 2-1. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. Your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
2 outs, nobody on. Yordan Alvarez, the next to hit. Ripped on a line. He's got it, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and here's the catcher, Victor Caratini.
The catcher.
After scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 48 up and loosening in the pen. Rodriguez getting cranked up as well. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that one fouled off. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Gurriel trying to get there. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Francisco Lindor. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Gurriel handles the chance, and there's 2 down. Next is the speedy first baseman, Navarro. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone to have, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Adrian Morejon. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Next to hit, Navarro. And another ball. And 1 in scoring position. On its way to the corner. Into the corner, but foul.
Some real good life going to the zone on that one.
Man on second, 2 down. On the ground, out to short. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
The third baseman, number 4.
I can understand the defense right there trying to cut off that lead runner at third. But a good jump and an excellent finish for the base runner to get in there safely.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And here comes Carlos Correa. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And that one upstairs. A dive, nice stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Fernando Cruz.
Now, just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Luis Robert.
The center fielder, Luis Robert.
The 1-1. Foul ball there. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. And it's gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
Here's Gurriel. The 1-1. In there at the knees. Nobody on, nobody out, and we're the top half of the sixth. Pitch misses there. The count now 2-2.
It's a good take.
And down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball and then the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Jonathan India getting ready to hit. Here's a 1-1. Bounce to the right. Baez throws to first in time. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Edgar Caro. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Well, we go bottom six. Leading off, Javier Baez. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Movement in the bullpen. Daysbel Hernandez getting loose out there. The wind of the pitch. Boots it. But the throw to first gets him easily. And that's the first out.
The right fielder, number 13.
Here's Eddie Rosario. In the air, left field. Gurriel has it sized up. Puts it away for the out. So now here's the DH, Jose Miranda. Two down, nobody on.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. India over to first in time. Out number 3. Nothing across here this half. 7th inning coming up. Cuba had the lead 3-1. Joe Jimenez comes on now.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
And now Yohan Moncada.
The third baseman, Yohan Moncada.
Ball to strike. And that's in the dirt. Two on now. That one fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
At the belt and fires. And another ball. Backs and misses. It's a strikeout.
Man, that slider bearing in your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Aledmys Diaz now. One down, base is empty. So now 1 and 2. Double-barrel action in the bullpen. Clay Holmes getting ready to go. Pagan also throwing. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And he deals. That one fouled off. 2 and 2. Righty delivers. Up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do? 2 outs. Looked like it was a little bit up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Some high cheese for strike 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Reds have the advantage, 3-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Rodriguez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the left fielder, M.J. Melendez.
The left fielder,
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next offering is down low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The wide to kick the pitch. Got it by him for the K. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch-out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now, Victor Caratini. Right-handed reliever. Ripped on the ground to second. Over to Diaz. And that quickly 2 away.
The batter, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That one close, ruled the ball, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average.
Takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 8th inning coming up. Cuba on top here, 3-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Emilio Pagan.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
The designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call. He probably should have gotten it. Didn't let it affect his focus. And came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And another ball. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Well, when those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Just missed. A piece. And the right-hander deals. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And at first, Jonathan India will hit next. The 1-1. Hanson to chase after that ball.
If he's going to steal second, we want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Struck him out swinging. The high heat too much on that one. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Yennier Cano.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now the first baseman, Navarro.
Number 10.
And it is 2-1. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Robert snags it on the run.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Here's the center fielder, Navarro. Off the plate, and now 3-1.
If you're the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
There's a swing and a miss.
3-2.
Dives, and he can't hang on. He doesn't have a throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. One gone runner at first. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first.
Runner on the move. In the air, right side. Garcia heads after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
The second baseman, Javier.
So up next, Javier Baez.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it.
That one the other way. Brings it in for the 3rd out. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Clay Holmes. And now the catcher comes up to him. Edgar Caro.
Edgar Caro.
And the righty deals.
Yeah.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. He goes down looking.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Down the third baseman, Yohan Moncada. Next offering is in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. In the air, center field. Settles under this one. Nabs it. 2 down.
The batter, the shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Aledmys Diaz. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Slider misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Kicks and deals. In the air out to center. Navarro has a beat on it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. The Reds out front here, 3-1. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Now it's the right fielder, Eddie Rosario.
This is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So now the DH spot, Jose Miranda. Good eye right there. With the tying run at the plate, we're in the last half of inning number 9. And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
I think he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
He's 2 outs away. Now the left fielder, M.J. Melendez. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The tying run at the plate. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And 2 away now. And now he's got a real chance at stranding that leadoff triple.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts, and now the scoring probability goes way down, and he's just got to focus, execute a couple more pitches, and he walk back to the dugout and breathe a sigh of relief.
So it's their last chance in this one. And the batter now, Victor Caratini. And another ball.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
The pitch. Couldn't chase that time.
Big pitch coming right here. The last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't prove that either.
2-run game at 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. They're down to their final strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Iglesias is just 1 strike away. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to is just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Francisco Lindor digs in now. On the strike, the pitch. Lifted to left, and this should do it. That's the ball game.
3-1 ball game, quick game. We were looking for a little bit more. It seemed at points the offenses were going to break out, but a total of 4.
Welcome inside Kauffman Stadium. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's San Juan going up against South Korea. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. And Chris, a guy that's been having a huge impact for this team all year. Navarro, always exciting to see him in action. And it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. I mean, this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get underway, and today's starting pitcher, Dane Dunning. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Fought off foul. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And this is inside. Now one away.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with two strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Navarro. To the right side, Bay whips it to first on the run. 2 up, 2 down. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And an important bat for them, batting 5th in this one, Javier Baez.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Up the middle, Kim fires to first on the run. They get the out, and that'll do it. End of a half inning of play. No score. Back here in Kansas City, on the hill and coming off a great start, Seth Lugo.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters have a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So when taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one. Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Here's a 2-2. And another ball. On the ground to third. Correa over to first. 1 up, 1 down. Take a look at the lineup. In that 5 spot, a guy that's been struggling a little bit, Rob Refsnyder.
Yeah, Boog, he just hasn't been himself at all lately. I mean, it's hard to know if it's mechanical, if it's mental. It's just a struggle all the way around. It's something that everybody goes through. I think the key is you've got to stick to the process. You've got to focus on every pitch and don't worry about the result. Take it one pitch at a time, one at bat at a time.
Just missed. And that one is inside.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty
Batting
much
third.
gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Number 51.
One down. And here's the rookie center fielder, the 1-1.
That's out.
And strike two.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity, and it is hard to catch up to.
Here's the third baseman, Choi. 2 outs.
Aye.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a deep dive. This one's got a chance. Way back there, and boom goes the dynamite. A gigantic blast. His 14th of the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Power versus power right there. Like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter. Getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder. Hard hit, right side. Baez fires over to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Now Correa up to hit. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man.
And that's a fair ball down the right field line. And that's going to roll a while. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
Javi Baez digs in right side. And a pitch. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
He's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And that's outside. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Got him. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Well, that event seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Here's Eddie Rosario. Line and a base hit into right. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Next is the designated hitter, Jose Miranda. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground, 2 ball. Bay slings to second, on to short. Double play. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Now to the bottom of the second. South Korea out front 2-0. And we're back. Here's the rookie right fielder, Nah.
The right fielder, number 47.
Next offering in there for a strike.
1 ball.
That is strike 2.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
The wind of the pitch. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Digging in, Eugene Yang puts it in the air out towards left center. Melendez makes the catch. 2 away.
Batting in, the designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the rookie DH, Knoll. Smoked on the ground to second. Baez fires over to first. That's the inning. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. New inning getting started. Now the left fielder, MJ Melendez.
MJ Melendez.
The wind and the pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Vic Caratini at the plate. The 2-1. Ball in the dirt, and it gets away. Melendez into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
At the belt and fires. Swings through that one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. Stuff in the dirt.
Inside ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
So the batting order turns over. And now here is Francisco Lindor. Melendez, the lead runner at second. Caratini on at first with nobody out. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And it is gone. Francisco Lindor takes him deep. It's 3-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
So digging in, Navarro.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. That one missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And here it comes. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
2-2 now. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul. The pitch. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, that pitch right there didn't even sniff the zone. He was all out of whack on that delivery.
Here's Carlos Correa. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Good eye in that spot.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond.
Runners on the move. And there's a foul ball. The pitch. On the ground, could be 2. Feed to second, that's 1. On the chore, double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Now it's Javier Baez. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And another ball. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 outs with a runner at third. He tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Eddie Rosario waits on deck. Righty to the plate. And that one in the air, center field. Under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Another look at the long ball from Francisco Lindor. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the hitter, Ji-Man Choi.
Ji-Man Choi.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Correa drifts towards it, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim.
Ha-Seong Kim now at the plate. Home team down a run here in the last half of the third. Swings through that one for strike 2.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And delivers outside. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. pitch. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now here is Ji-Hwan Bae. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 99.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
And that's down and away. Kim over at first with 1 away. Runner takes off, fights it off. You'll see another. The pitch. Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And now the center fielder.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Man at second. Swung on, belted. And it one-hops the wall. Tying run is in to score from second. Back even, it's 3-3.
Well, it's a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You had a run.
So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Choi. Slice the other way and foul.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Man on second, 2 down. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. We're tied now with 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Eddie Rosario. And another ball. Action in the pen down there. Number 48, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. White also getting ready. And the pitch.
Nope.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Here comes a pitch. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Jose Miranda, the next to hit. And that one fouled off. And a pitch. This to third, Choi. Slings to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Next to hit, MJ Melendez. 2 outs, base is empty.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
kicks and fires. Towards first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Oh, the throw is wild.
Now back the catcher, Victor Caratini.
And here's the catcher, Victor Caratini. And another ball. The 2-1. Late that time, it's strike 2. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Stays alive. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Oh, that's a nice job of moving that runner up in the scoring position. It's not the most common way of getting it done. Probably a little painful, but now we'll see if they can cash in.
And the right-hander deals. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Righty delivers. Fly ball center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. The run scores from second, 4-3. They take the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Dane Dunning done for the night. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Number 48 gets the ball now.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
So first and second with 2 outs. Now it's going to be Navarro. That misses, and that's ball 2.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
And a 2-1 on the way. Fouled off to the right. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Two on, 2 outs. Bounce to the right side. Bay on the run, sends it over to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Bottom of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
The left fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1.
This group of hitters showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And a swing and a miss. 1 down.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now the right fielder, Nah. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
There's a strike.
2-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he deals. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Here's the catcher, Eugene Yang.
Eugene Yang.
The 1-2. And another ball. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Got him looking. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back here in Kansas City, ready now for the 5th inning. Here's a big power threat, Navarro. Pitch misses. It's 2-2. Wouldn't chase that time. Three-2. Good job to fight that one off. Right-handed reliever. And he walked him.
First base.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
And here comes Carlos Correa. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. Well, these players really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now back. The second baseman.
The batter now, Javier Baez. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Navarro at second. Correa at first with no outs. Now fly ball to right center. Sizes this one up. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Now it's the right fielder, Eddie Rosario. Runners at the corners, 1 away. And we're in the top of the 5th. Ripped to first. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Noel. The line to kick the pitch. That one lifted to left. Melendez sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
The batter, the first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Ji-Man Choi. That one finds the zone, and a count 1-2.
Chris,
we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ballgame. Just a good hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
So the lineup flips over, and now it's going to be Ha-Sung Kim. Base hit into right center. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Seth Lugo won't go any further, and he had to battle. Nothing came easy in this start, but he leaves with the lead. New arm. Get back. Dwayne Underwood Jr. gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
First and second, 1 out. Stepping in, Ji-Won Bae. Here's a 1-1. And fouled off.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And down on strikes he goes. And now 2 gone.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the center fielder. 2 outs. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the DH, Jose Miranda. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. That leaves him without a throw, and they can't get the out. MJ Melendez will hit next. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Miranda aboard here at first with nobody out. That's off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. And now it's 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Victor Caratini. At the belt and fires. Double steal. And that one fouled off. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor, looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt that 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. The shortstop takes the ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Throw over to Choi. Lindor retired. And that is that. So 1 hit is all they get to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Tropics with the lead 4-3. And the batter now, Choi. And it was a homer back in the 1st inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast as fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
And a pitch. And it's even up.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Got him. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. And now Rob Refsnyder.
The left fielder, Rob.
1 out, bases empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Rosario pulls it down, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're through 6 full. The Tropics on top 4-3. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th. Down the number 2 hitter, Navarro. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. And here it comes. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Next offering misses down and away.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Hammer, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
The batter, number 8.
So up next, Navarro. The 2-1. And a foul ball. The pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Got it by him for the play. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Now the third baseman, Carlos Correa. And a pitch. Runner on the go. Pitch misses inside. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Navarro, the runner at second with one away. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
That one hooked foul. Man at second. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So no runs here and a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. The Tropics have the lead, 4-3. Bottom of the 7th, and here's the catcher, Eugene Yang. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
And now, no. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
If you blink, you might miss it, and that's the magic of a 5-4-3 double play. It happens so fast, which is a huge reason why this is such a delicate sequence. The entire play will break down if one person has bad timing.
So 2 down now, and here is Ji-Man Choi. And that one missing low. Base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Now it's the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim. Kicks and deals.
Ball, that's in.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That ends the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 22.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Eddie Rosario getting ready to hit.
The right fielder, Eddie Rosario.
The 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
And next is the designated hitter, Jose Miranda. And the 2-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. One down, base is empty. Bounced up the middle. On the run, throw to first. In there safely.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now the left fielder, MJ Melendez. Swings and misses, struck him out.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Victor Caratini. The pitch. That's in there, and that's strike 2. In the air, right field, nah. On the move to the alley. He's got it, and that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Giovanni Moran.
Now,
well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now it's the second baseman, Ji-Hwan Bae.
the second baseman.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
The wind of the pitch. Just missed. The other way, and a base hit.
was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
No outs, runner at first. And now the center fielder. And another ball.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Left-hand hitter waits. And there's ball 4.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
First and second, no outs. Choi digs in now. The pitch. And it skips into dirt. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Edwin Diaz, the closer, is getting loose. Jimenez warming up as well. So the tying run at second. Got him! And that is a big first out. Here's the left fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Pitch misses. Ball 2. Upstairs.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Nah, in the on-deck circle. 2 on, 1 out. Swings and misses. And it's 3-2. Wow, good. Payoff pitch. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. A swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, but get back on track. His team needs him.
Alexis Diaz takes over on the mound.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now the right fielder, Nah. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high-leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. That's outside. And a count 2-1. Left field. Melendez flashes the leather on the running catch. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. 2-2 now. And another ball.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So man aboard. Now Navarro. And a 1-1. Lindor on the move. There's a ball. Throw is low, and you can't pick it.
It's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings to the field on this one. Homered earlier, now he swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch him play the game.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And that's outside. 3 balls and a strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
In the air out towards right center. Long run on his horse. Got it. Nice grab. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Now back, number 8.
Navarro now at the plate.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
On the ground, Bay. The throw's offline. He's saved. And they take a 2-run lead in the ninth.
The third baseman,
Number 31 taking over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And here is Carlos Correa.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
2 balls.
Pitch
1
out,
strike.
but no action. One run across in the frame so far here at the top of the ninth. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting.
Here's the second baseman, Javier Baez. Bounced out to short. Over to first. Baez gone on the play. And the inning is over. So they scratch across a run here on no hits, no errors, and a man left. One more shot coming up. Bottom of the ninth on deck. The Tropics lead it 5-3. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Edwin Diaz.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The 1-1. And another ball.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Late on that fastball.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment. Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. I'll tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
Here comes a pitch. Foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Headed towards the corner. Rosario on the move. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting. First baseman, G-Man
So
Choi.
they're down to their final out. And now the first baseman, G-Man Choi.
Well, you got the number 9 hole hitter right here, looking to do whatever he can to get on base, turn this lineup over, so the best hitters in this lineup.
And a ground ball to first, and foul ball. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Swing and a miss, and he got him, and that'll do it.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 11 runners on base. For the home team, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 6 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.